I've been working with the Panasonic S5II now for over a month and have been amazed by the upgrades on this camera. In the wildlife photography community, Canon and Nikon have been the big dogs dominating the industry, with Sony more recently coming up strong and even quite a bit of users moving to OM systems. However, outside of the wildlife photography industry, Nikon has been on a pretty steep decline in their reputation and even in their stock price, and Canon has been falling behind to other names like Sony. Panasonic was once becoming one of the biggest camera brands in the industry just a few years ago, but really started to peter out as other camera companies started obliterating their autofocus capabilities. However, with the new S5II release, that all changed. And this is why I think that Panasonic is currently an underdog in the industry, and why as things move forward, I truly believe that they will become one of the best bang for buck brands available. For this, we'll be looking to them in the past as a brand and their newest release with the S5II. Panasonic's S5II incorporated features onto it that are pretty unbelievable at the price point. As the wildlife photography genre continues to grow, I'm constantly seeing technology being pushed to the limits for where it can go. For us, that means shooting in lower light scenarios than ever dreamt possible, even just 10 years ago. And recently, I've been finding even myself going out shooting when it's so dark that I can't make out the subjects with my naked eye. For a mere $2,000, you can get a full frame sensor with outstanding low light capabilities on this body. I've been taking it out and shooting it at 25,600 ISO and found myself getting good results. That is truly incredible. Even as of 3 years ago, I was scared to be shooting at 6,400 ISO. And now I'm working with 25,600 ISO? I mean, come on. But for the longest time, Panasonic as a brand has been, well, underperforming as a wildlife photographer's camera due to their DFD autofocus system. No matter how good the rest of the camera was, all you could hear from wildlife photographers was Panasonic has unusable AF. With DFD, high contrast scenarios would confuse the heck out of the camera, and because it was DFD, many people experienced it not being able to lock on and maintain focus well without jumping all around and all over the place. But the S5II changed that. On my main channel today, I just released a full review of the S5II and its autofocusing capabilities, and man, I'll tell you, it's a night and day difference from what was possible before. At the end of this video, I'd encourage you to head over and watch that if you haven't already so you can see in detail how it performs. But in short, I find it performs almost on par with the Sony autofocus system that they've had established for years already. This change here only further reinforces my idea into why I like Panasonic so much as a brand. If we look into their history, they've been quick to innovate, with them and Olympus being two of the leaders in the charge towards switching to mirrorless, as the whole world was still shooting on DSLR. They've always been financially friendly as a brand, coming in with lower prices than usual, and the S5II being evidence of that itself, coming in at $2,000 with so many features incorporated on this camera, found only in $3,500 plus cameras. And to top it all off, they've always been receptive and open to their consumers' feedback. As a company, they listen to what's being said, and they do a good job of, I'd say, moving to the direction of what the people want, as opposed to the experience I've seen with some other brand names. Personally, I've even gotten to have personal conversations with their executives and place input into the ears of what we as a wildlife photography community want to see. For me, a brand that's open to being wrong and working towards what the people want to see has so much more potential than a brand who's kind of disconnected from their customers. Right now, Panasonic has the best bang for buck camera available to many different types of photographers and videographers. For wildlife photography specifically though, this might not be the perfect flagship camera for us yet, but the direction that it's heading gives me a really good feeling on the few upcoming years and what might be coming for us soon as wildlife photographers specifically. I'm confident that in the next 2 or so years, we'll be seeing Panasonic make a comeback in the wildlife photography community, and you will start to see a lot more of your favorite creators, favorite photographers using them now too, now that they've broken into the largest barrier keeping them from wildlife photographers, which was not buying their horrible autofocus. If you want to see the in-depth review that I made on the new Panasonic S5II for wildlife photography specifically, and more about its new autofocus system, check out this video here in the end screen, and I'll see you guys next time.